The question is identify the reducing agent in the following reactions, in these reactions, okay? In these 4 reactions, we have to identify which one is the reducing agent. Note that reducing agent will be the one which will be getting oxidized itself, and reducing agent will be the one which will be responsible for the reduction of other. Okay, so let's take the first example. A, this reaction, ammonia plus O2 gives NO plus H2O. Okay, here what is happening? NH3 is getting converted to NO, or we can say nitrogen is losing hydrogen, and nitrogen is getting oxygen. What does getting of oxygen signify? That means nitrogen is getting oxidized. Which gets oxidized? Which reducing agent gets oxidized itself? Okay, reducing agent does not get reduced itself. Reducing agent is the reason why other gets reduced. So nitrogen is getting oxidized, that means nitrogen is the reducing agent. Okay, so, or ammonia gets oxidized to NO, removal of hydrogen, addition of oxygen, gets reduced to H2O, and O2 is getting reduced and nitrogen is getting oxidized. Okay, O2 gets reduced to H2O because O2 is getting the hydrogen. What does getting of hydrogen signify? Reduction. Okay, reduced to H2O, addition of hydrogen. Thus ammonia acts as a reducing agent. Again, why does ammonia act as a reducing agent? Because ammonia is getting oxidized itself. It's getting oxidized. Okay, that's why it's the reducing agent. Now, second case, H2O plus F2 gives HF plus HOF. Now, see carefully what's happening with fluorine. Fluorine is getting the hydrogen. That means it is getting reduced. Which one gets reduced? Oxidizing agent. So that means this is not, fluorine is not the reducing agent, it's the oxidizing agent. Okay, what's happening with H2O? H2O is losing one hydrogen and getting one fluorine. What does losing hydrogen mean? Getting hydrogen means reduction. Losing hydrogen means oxidation. That means this is getting oxidized. Which gets oxidized? Reducing agent. Okay, so water is here is the reducing agent. Okay, F2 gets reduced to HF. Addition of hydrogen means reduction. Addition of hydrogen, H2O happens to, and H2O, addition of hydrogen to this one, H2O gets oxidized. H2O is getting oxidized because H2O is losing the hydrogen. Okay, to HOF, removal of hydrogen, hence H2O acts as a reducing agent. Okay, now coming to the third case. Now let's see what's happening here. Fe2O3 is becoming Fe. So that means Fe2O3 is losing hydrogen, losing oxygen. Getting oxygen means oxidation. Losing oxygen means reduction. So Fe2O3 is getting reduced. Which gets reduced? Oxidizing agent. Okay, not the reducing agent. So this is not the reducing agent. Now let's see this one. CO is getting oxidized because it's getting one more oxygen. It's converting to CO2. So it's getting oxidized. Which gets oxidized? Oxidizing agent or reducing agent? Reducing agent gets oxidized. So that means CO is the reducing agent. Okay, because it is getting oxidized. Now let's look at the final case, this reaction. What is happening to H? H2 is getting converted to H2O. That means addition of oxygen. That means H2 is getting oxidized. That means H2 is the reducing agent because reducing agent gets oxidized. That means H2 is the reducing agent. Okay, now the B part. Determine a redox reaction in terms of gain or loss of electron. How can we define redox reaction in terms of electrons, gain or loss of electrons? Redox reaction involves the transfer of electrons between two chemical species. The reaction in which electron is lost is called oxidation. So if any element or any compound loses electrons, that means oxidation. And if any element gains electrons, that means reduction. The reverse of this one. Okay? As simple as that. I hope it's all clear to you.